Okay, and I'm back, but not really. I was never really gone. God damn it. I accidentally turned my microphone off, so I did a whole intro, and I was like, oh, look at these teams, and they're a thing, and blah, 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 and let's do some stuff, and let's get into the draft, and stuff like that, and I realized my microphone wasn't picking up sound. So it's better that I caught it this quickly, and not as we moved into the game, but either way, to set the scene very quickly for you, because the draft is almost over, I got Don taking on REV0. This is a loser's bracket match in the HoN Tour Season 4 qualifiers. So we're looking at one team that potentially could advance to take a Diamond Division spot, and another team that can't do that if they get knocked out in this series here. They will be going to Gold. So obviously Don with some more recognizable names, but Revolution with some pretty solid performances here in the Season 4 qualifiers, and we've seen them before on HoNcast as well. Just doing some fun stuff, including that Bramble pick. And now my goddamn speakers are not working. So let me see if I can fix the okay, let's do the bands: Miraxis, Behemoth, Revenant, and Midas. Obviously 3 strength initiators there with Bursty Potential Revenant, another sort of initiator. Second stage bands was Ravener, Deadlift, and Parasite. Deadlift's obviously a new hero for tournament rules, and a lot of initiation potential there, and just generally annoying heroes. Clanks, Doctor, and Kraken getting taken out by Squarey on the Hellborn side, so he's focusing a little bit more on the carry potential. And now is the time where I see why exactly. That's probably in here, isn't it? This is what it should be. Let's see if we do that, and how badly this is going to crash. I don't know, man. My sound setup is real weird right now. So hopefully this doesn't create any issues. Oh, and it sort of did, and alright. That sounds better. Excellent. Sorry about that, and I really should have cut that part out of the thing as well, but I'm lazy, and I've already had one false start, so I don't want to do it again. Who cares anyway, right, guys? This is a solo cast, so it's not like you should be expecting a high level of quality to begin with. Bubbles, Ophelia, Madman, Moira, and Swiftblade going to be the picks for the Legion's side. I'm actually going to turn my in-game sound down a little, because I'm worried it might not be... I might not be audible. I don't know. I've had some issues with being able to be heard, various other stuff, as I still continue to figure out exactly how this new system is going to work. Anyway, Legion side, I'm liking their draft a fair bit. A little worried about the dual melee carry, but I'm a huge fan of Ophelia in general. She's one of the highest win rate heroes in the game right now, and you put that hero in the hands of somebody who's even competent, and all of a sudden it becomes extremely dangerous, does not require a lot of farm, and can just do so much. Very good in team fights, obviously helpful at saving people across the map. Strong pusher, and just really freaking annoying. Oh. God damn it. There we go. Stupid caps lock. Bubbles will give them some good initiation presence as well, and Moira should have some pretty solid follow-up on top of that. Swiftblade, of course, going to be their short lane carry, it looks like, although he's going top with Moira, so he's going to be their carry. But it's going to be, and sorry, fucking everything is crazy right now. There we go. Everything should be fine. Sorry about the strangeness. In any situation, it looks like they're actually running the dual lane, long lane here, so Swiftblade will be the primary carry, I believe, but it's going to be backed up by Moira in the long lane, while Madman hangs out in the short lane. You'll notice the Bramble on the Hellborn side. REV0 is pretty well known for running this roaming Bramble, so we'll see how that works out for them. It's been reasonably successful in the past, to the point where it's not crazy to be seeing it, and we certainly shouldn't be expecting it to crash and burn. Blitz going to be their other pickup, and that's definitely got a lot of potential as well. The damage output of that hero, I think, is really, really strong, and probably a support that doesn't get picked up enough, and hopefully we'll see a little bit more of it come Season 4, because it seems like with the new heroes and tournament rules and the amount of time off that we've had, as well as, of course, introducing potentially some new top teams to the scene as stuff rotates, rosters move around, and there are, of course, 8 spots in Diamond, and not just 5 for the strong, the generally considered strong 5 teams. New strats might emerge, new heroes might become reasonably strong, and Blitz could be one of them, so we'll see how he does in this game. Shadowblade can be carry of choice as well for Revolution, so their picks in general are, just very strong and different, and I like it. Make sure to... Sorry, I was thinking about something else entirely that was somewhat related to this, but was potentially an area of concern. Blitz actually going to get caught out here by Swiftblade and Moira, and that's definitely going to be a bloodlust, as the spin is going to prove to be too much. No, he's going to go the other direction. I still don't think he's going to be able to get out of this. He pops the health potion, so he's going to run actually into Ophelia, who's come over here with the Skeleton King, and the net will go through. So Blitz will eventually get killed here. The blood is going to go to Moira, but it's going to take a lot of rotation, as both Swiftblade and Moira were pulled off of lane for a long time, and Ophelia had to rotate up through the woods to get that kill. So Blitz is actually creating a fair bit of space right there for the top lane, where Shadowblade will continue to try to get some farm. We're going to see Magmus here as the primary babysit for the Shadowblade, and Magmus obviously an awful babysit hero, especially against this particular combination. Just not going to do very well at all, so he's going to have to mostly pull this wave if he wants to have any real impact in this lane, and that looks like what he's going to be doing almost exclusively. Actually, middle lane, Pexu and Labyrinth going to trade their lives for each other, so I didn't catch that, but it looks like the dive from Bubbles was successful in getting the kill on a Hellbringer. Ended up paying for his life, but with the experience that you get from that kill, probably worth it. And bottom lane, of course, is Bramble versus Madman, so it won't be the roaming Bramble in this situation. It's going to be more of a true suicide Bramble, which is, again, something that we've seen every so often. Certainly not common by any means, but definitely not completely unheard of. Spore Breath's going to come out. Won't be able to stun the Madman, though, as he'll be able to run away. And Ophelia's here, looking for some backup. Got the Skeleton King off to the side with the net ready. Skeleton King goes through, and the Incineration Shrubbery is going to cause a little bit of trouble. Bramble very, very tanky with that up. Barrel Roll is not available, but Rift Stock is, and that's going to be plenty. Actually, Natsume picking up the kill on the Madman with the last auto attack. So Blitz going to go down here, and that's a 3-1 hero kill advantage for the guys on Dawn. Not hugely surprising. I think they are, in general, the team that would be favored right here, and they're taking about a 1,000 gold lead and 650 experience lead early on. A lot of this game is, I think, going to come down to Shadowblade. How farmed is he going to get? What's his build is going to look like? And is he going to be able to stand up to both the Madman and Swiftblade? Shadowblade is definitely a strong enough carry that with the right items and enough farm, he can actually out-carry the two of them, especially considering he's got some solid backup, particularly in team fights with the Malphus, with the Magmus Eruption, with the Bramble Wall. So it's not out of the question here that the late game could actually belong to Revolution, despite the fact that the Legion side has the dual carry. And aiding that is really the fact that Swiftblade in this top lane is not getting too much farm. Now, obviously, Shadowblade's at 250 GPM, and nobody farming particularly well outside of the Madman, so we're not looking at the sort of start that Squarey is probably wanting to have, but at the very least, Swiftblade's being kept pretty far down. Not really being able to CS right here, sitting at just 150 GPM, and in fact the lowest farmer on his team, third lowest in the game, behind even the Suicide Bramble who just got killed. So not what you're looking for if you're the team of Dawn, but Madman's farming pretty well. So I'd like to see what I'm curious as to what build the Shadowblade will go. Obviously there's a number of options. There's the Strength build, which is basically you can't kill me, and I'm going to do a good amount of damage because I have all the strength built up, and that's going to assist me with right clicks, but that build usually does not involve a ton of... Oh, actually, middle lane, there's going to be some action. Bubble's going to pour through to the Shell Surf. Magmus with a stun, and Ophelia is going to die right there. Hellbringer in a fair bit of trouble as the Catman champion trying to chase him down. Magmus, we have to use a Steam Bath as Hellbringer dies to the Catman champion. In a second, Bubbles will have the ability to get the kill right there. Yeah, double damage doing plenty. Shell Surf goes through. This is going to be a third kill for the Dawn side as they actually get all three heroes in the middle lane. Labyrinth with a double tap up to 370 GPM right now, and an early start on Bubbles like that is not what you want to see. For the side of Revolution, Bubbles is sort of hero with some solid early farm, get that quick PK up, and can make a lot of havoc around the map, especially for a team that has really only a solo core. Shadowblade's going to have to be pretty careful about where he is and what he does if Bubbles is going to be really making a big impact in this game early on, and it looks like he will. So props to Labyrinth, having a nice time in the mid, and see if that continues, and if he can maintain some semblance of his currently strong farm. But back to Swiftblade, or Shadowblade, for a second. Oh shit. Well, that looks like it's a HoN crash. So I'm going to pause this recording and then merge it later on.